The following is a presentation of TFNN. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Every trading day, live at 10 a.m. Eastern. Call now, toll free at 877-927-6648 or internationally at 727-873-7618. The TFNN Bull Bear Trading Hour. Now, Tom and Tommy O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 71, Nasdaq up 48, S&P's up 12, gold flat, $15.56 an ounce. You got silver up 6 cents at $17.87 an ounce. Light sweet crude. What happened to the crude, man? Look at this thing.
Going south.
Down $1.22, $57.16 a barrel. Notes and bonds, folks. They just won't stop. Now, you get the 10-year flat out here today. The 30-year up 10 ticks at 158.29. But both notes as well as bonds. Wide price spread yesterday. Huge volume. Higher price, lower yield continues at us. King dollar up 76 ticks, trading 97.608. The euro is at 110. The yen is out here at 109.86. And the pound is at 131 to 1 U.S. dollar. Another day, another high in Tesla. Tesla's got to be driving people out of their mind.
Well, it's it's driving some people. It's driving some people to the cash register, man, as well.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt that can make your
574.
That can make your decade. Whew. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Kevin Inks at TD Ameritrade Think or Swim, as we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And don't forget, folks, every trading day here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. You want to understand the options market upside down. You want to understand option strategies, futures. Great program, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. If you haven't test-driven yet the Think or Swim platform, really easy to do. As you're sitting there looking at the stream right now, just hit that banner, bring it up. It'll allow you to trade with paper money each and every day. You can follow Kevin and his team. Kevin Inks, what's going on?
Good morning, Tom. Good morning, Tommy. Another day. So I think this is one of those days where the market looks okay. Name specifically, though, there's a couple problems out there. I think, what's interesting? Netflix today.
Yeah.
Netflix was really close to unchanged. It was up a little bit last night. It was down a little bit this morning. It was very close to unchanged. And then this morning, you start to read the tape, and people start to lower price targets, right?
Yes.
And I think that flood of price targets and the looming competition that's kind of a cloud hanging over Netflix is starting to weigh on this stock today, which coming off, I thought the eyeball test, pretty good numbers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen,
8.8 million subscribers, right? They beat internationally by more than 1 million subscribers. They beat the estimate, which is where all their growth is going to be, for sure.
We'd all love to grow like that.
Tommy.
Yeah. There's no doubt. It's they have so much production capability, man. I think what folks are losing on Netflix actually is that the aspect of what are the age from like 15 to 25 to 30 doing right now? Well, Guess what? There's a million shows on Netflix like you and I, Kevin, okay? We're not going to find them, okay? But the bottom line is that generation, not only going to find them, Netflix is like their CBS or NBC when we were kids, I mean,
the number that we came up with, guys, yesterday was 4 and 42. 4 streaming devices and $42 a month you're willing to spend on streaming, which frankly seems really low in terms of $42 a month. I wish my cable bill was $42 a month. It isn't.
That's
Trust
right.
me.
$225.
Right.
Exactly. No,
right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, but think about, Tom. Most people your age and my age, Tom O'Brien, are not even streaming yet. Some of these services. We're in traditional cable, right?
Yeah.
What happens when they start to drift over?
Sure.
And so I don't think Netflix is done growing in the U.S. by any stretch of the imagination.
No, I agree. It's still of great value.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. And, what people do say is that they have the old movies, but I watch a lot of series on Netflix that are brand new, and they're amazing.
Oh,
I
for
mean,
sure.
you know,
Right.
they have
Definitely.
some series. It's hard to find them. I mean, someone else turns you
They
on
have
to
a lot
them.
of stuff. They do.
But once they do, it's like, hey, man, this is
Yeah.
pretty cool. You know what I mean? There's no doubt. You know, hey, you know, market-wise, Kevin, right? I mean, this is pretty amazing, right? I mean, we've been through some markets, but it's like, I almost feel like it's 1999. You know, you wake up in the morning. Seriously, man, because, you know, folks, if you were around then, right? People would always think that, no, the market has to go down. Well, guess what? The market didn't go down from July of 1998 after the Asian contagion, okay, until January 3rd of 2000. I mean, that was the kind of market we had.
Sure.
You know, I'd be sitting
I
beside you.
couldn't agree with you more.
Really, I'd be sitting beside a trader. Let's say Tommy's the trader, right? I'm trying to go both sides of the market. He'd walk in every day, and he'd say to me, "Man, why do you do this?" He said, "I just, you know, make 10 or 15 grand as soon as I walk in."
If it goes down,
I
buy
look
some
at him
more.
and say, "Oh my God!" But it did. It
No, I
was
hear you.
real.
I hear you.
You know what I mean? It's like, okay.
Yeah.
And Tom and Tommy, what they have today that they didn't have then is a 1.76 10-year.
Yes.
That makes stocks so much more attractive
Yeah.
Yeah.
than bonds. And that's got to play itself out
It does.
one way or
Yeah.
another.
It does.
Because all the
and,
money coming
yeah.
in, it's got to go somewhere, man.
Yeah, and it does. You
Right.
can see, you know, whatever. I mean, this is going to be down in the textbooks 30 years from now. Whatever this is in the note and bond market, they don't want to go down, man. I mean, you know, we're in this environment for a bit. You know what I mean? It's
Well, 176, as low as it appears, is still the best shop on the street.
oh,
You
totally.
can't,
yeah.
every international buyer can't go buy international bonds,
Right.
right? When you're looking at a 176, it doesn't seem very high, but it's really high if you compare it to the rest of the world.
It is.
Right.
It is. It is.
Context is everything.
It
Totally.
does. There's no doubt, man. And you know, the world is awash with cash, man. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the bottom line. And the U.S. is still the U.S. You know, you go out of the U.S. and you come back into the U.S., folks. So the bottom line, you'll genuflect, okay? Because the bottom line is that
Right.
it's still the U.S. So what are we going to be talking about today, Kevin?
New day, two new names to look at. First, we're going to cover Texas Instruments that has earnings coming up.
Okay.
And then we're going to cover Southwest Airlines.
Oh,
The
nice.
airlines are so, think about it. All the international players sold off yesterday because of the virus concerns
Yes.
and things like that coming out of China. But Southwest doesn't really have exposure there.
Yeah.
And it sold off pretty hard yesterday based
Yeah.
on that, because it appears that at least one case has now hit Seattle. And it's going to come in from the West Coast. You really got to monitor the West Coast
Yes.
in this case, because it's coming from that way. So
Scary stuff.
I
Yeah.
just think that's what. Well, so Southwest has earnings. We're going to cover those two names today.
Yeah.
Nice.
And they're basically, you know, it's amazing when you get a $20 billion company and you can still grow it. You know, it was $20 billion 2016. They're looking for almost $22.5 billion this year. That's
Yeah.
pretty cool, man.
And then
And,
23 and 25.
It's that, because you always got to have, whenever you talk about an airline, you got to have that capacity word discussion.
Yeah,
right.
right.
And because if you think about it, capacity's probably gone down in the last year, not up, because of what's going on with the 737 MAX.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's kind of an inverse relationship. When capacity goes down, actually the stocks in these names go up, and it's an inverse kind of thing. So I always like to look at and talk about the airline.
No doubt. And I saw, you know, it was just JetBlue was the first one. I think they went to with a $45 or $50 for the. I think it's 45 for the
per
first bag. It's like, okay, man. You know, they know how to. They're the new banks. They know how to tack those fees on, man.
Totally.
Folks, right here, 45 minutes from now. Kevin, you have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show.
Thanks for having me on, guys.
Thanks, Kevin.
Thank you. Stay right there.
If
Tommy,
you're
and I'll
not
come right
currently
back.
using the TAS Profile Scanner when looking at setting up your trading opportunities, then your arsenal is short a mighty weapon. The TAS Profile Scanner is a standalone piece of software that instantly filters over 2,500 global financial markets such as stocks, ETFs, commodity futures, and Forex. Headed by Steve Dahl, Taz understands that in today's technological world, the use of top-flight software applications and technical analysis expertise is essential to successful trading in today's market. You also gain access to the webinar that Steve Dahl and Tom O'Brien just hosted, The Best Way to Use the Taz Profile Scanner to Profit. This webinar archive is available for all subscribers immediately upon signing up. All new subscriptions also come with a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to risk. Start your subscription by visiting the front page of TFNN.com today, and you'll find the Taz Profile Scanner under the Services tab. Sign up today. Are you in the market for buying or selling real estate in the Bay Area, including the surrounding St. Petersburg, Tampa, and Clearwater markets? Tiger Real Estate LLC is a firm that has extensive experience in the Tampa Bay area. Whether you're looking to sell your current property for maximum value, or you're in the market for a second home or investment property, Tiger Realty has the experience across all areas of real estate in the Tampa Bay area to help buyers and sellers make the most informed decisions across all price levels. From the price you should be paying per square foot in certain up-and-coming areas to the type of cash flow investment properties are capable of creating, Tiger Real Estate can help you make the best decision when it comes to all areas of the market. Before you make one of the biggest decisions of your financial future, call Tiger Real Estate LLC today at 727-329-8322 or email us at tiger@tfnn.com. That's 727-329-8322. Call us today.
Many of our new listeners have heard about The Tiger's Den. The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of the TFNN shows, plus see all of the charts as they happen live and have access to archives of all of those charts. You can test drive The Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days and greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets and how to make your money work for you. Details on The Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has launched our brand new website. You can still visit us at the same TFNN.com URL, but when you do, you'll see a new and improved homepage with a much simpler navigation, whether you're watching Tiger TV live in high definition or just accessing your newsletter subscriptions. We even have new pricing in 6 months and yearly options. Check out the new TFNN.com now and experience all the upgrades. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-873-7618.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials up 94, the Nasdaq's up 49, S&Ps are up 13. Let's just go inside the Dow. The Dow, we went down quite a bit yesterday, so I was just curious whether it made new highs. Oh, no, not new highs yet. Okay.
I mean, you kind of had a perfect storm yesterday with Boeing, the news, and then you had the coronavirus hitting in the middle of the day as well, and especially for the Dow, right?
Yeah, big time. So today, putting points into it, you got IBM putting 34 positive, Home Depot 20, Visa 16 taken away from it, Boeing 17, Johnson & Johnson 16.
Yeah.
So really no big numbers there. Now, that being said, NDX 100 more than likely is at a high. Yeah, that's definitely at a high. That's up 55 points.
Quite a chart.
Isn't it? Look at that, man. That is...
I mean, just the final quarter, October, I mean, it's right at the beginning, man. October, November, December.
Yeah.
7,500, now sitting at 92. That's 1,700 points. 1,500 points would be 20% when you're at 7,500. So more than 20% run just since October 3rd.
Amazing.
Yeah.
SPX, look at that, same thing.
Pretty similar, yeah. We're sitting October 3rd at 28.55. We're sitting at 38.34. So you're talking about almost 500 points percentage-wise.
5,000 Dow points, too. That's
okay,
just in general. No, not S&Ps. I'm just saying in general. That's pretty amazing.
Sorry.
500 S&P points equates to about 5,000 Dow points. Right?
Okay.
But S&P, that's pretty amazing.
Yeah. Yeah.
3,000. 3,035, right? No.
Sorry, what?
2,855. I got it. Right. Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing. So Tesla. So let's talk about Tesla for a second, because This Bloomberg has this story, folks, and it's quite a story.
Yeah, you said you read it this morning. I haven't made it all the way through.
It's
but
a long story.
Yeah, we won't get to all of it.
It's going to be on the cover of Business Week this week.
Okay, those are always long ones.
Yeah.
A deep dive.
Yeah.
Elon Musk has taken drastic steps to silence Tesla short sellers. Well, there's nothing like sending the stock price up more than double or triple to silence the short sellers, man.
Seriously.
As today, it's over 100 billion as of yesterday. I think 550 something, 553 was the number. I think we're trading at 575.
Right.
That puts it ahead of Volkswagen as the #2 car maker in the world. The only company above it, Toyota, which is just a juggernaut. I think that's about 198 billion.
Right.
Just a mammoth run, man. So they talk about in here, and the part that I've just gotten to, in terms of number one, I'm just going to scroll here. The amount of money that's been lost.
Right.
And we're all kind of familiar. Was it already there?
So.
Yeah.
2.8 billion was lost.
There we
now
go.
An additional 2.8 billion is
so far this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And I'm pretty sure that this article might not factor in the run it's had today, or even yesterday.
Last couple days.
That's it.
No,
Yeah.
Absolutely. Which is another fortune.
This show's going to print at 5 a.m. this morning.
Yeah.
But this was written in the last few days, and they could be pegging this at a $500 strike price.
Yep.
And it's up 15% since then. All right, it's at 575. My goodness. And so, we're all familiar in the market in terms of the amount of short sellers, the battle between Elon out there, and then you have the contingent of people, and this follows, one gentleman, I guess, who's out there, part of a counter-revolution, an informal yet obsessive global fraternity of accountants, lawyers, hedge fund managers, former Tesla employees, and some randos who just love trolling. For a few years, they've been posting quote-unquote sick burns and negative indicators in equal measure with the Tesla Q, the Q a play on what gets added to a symbol when it goes bankrupt.
Yes.
Well, not so much, man. I don't see Tesla going bankrupt anytime soon. That may have been the case a year or two ago when they were in some woes. And one of the charts I found most interesting to scroll down, the short selling percentage, because it's been high for a while, right?
It has.
And we always pull it up on the Bloomberg. We'll pull it up again to get an update right now. But look where it's been. You don't have to be a genius to see the trend.
And if you're in your car, folks, we're looking at 55% going back to 2011 and 2012.
I'd say that's almost at 70. This one's at 50. That's at 70. You're approaching 65, 70% short percentage in 2012. 2013, it hasn't seen above 50% since 2012. But man, oh man, the trend line is down. And even since the middle of 2019, you were above 30%. And we're now approaching probably the teens.
Right.
And God bless anybody who's short Tesla still at this price, because they seem to be firing all cylinders. They've kind of reached the point of scale that it's not a matter of if but when they get there.
And they've already proved. The thing with Tesla, that this is like an Apple, folks. This is what Tesla's proved. These other car companies can make electric cars, but they can't sell them.
Yeah.
So Tesla's selling their cars. And, it is what it is. I mean, if you remember, if you go back to the phone business, man, Motorola was the biggest phone maker in the world. And so, and you had Motorola and you had, it was a Norway company that was just a monster, right? They're both no longer around.
Yeah.
Which they own the business.
Yeah.
Right? So, and with the way that they follow this guy that he's only 33 years old, right? And they follow him, and how he got famous, folks, was, meaning on the short side of it, is that when Musk was making, first off, he lives right down the street in Fremont, where Musk was making the cars and then did the tents.
Okay.
And when Musk had said that he fully automated the tents, what this kid had done is that he had a drone, got the drone inside the thing, and he was showing everyone making it by hand. So that's how he got famous. He has 2 million followers on Twitter. But to cut to the chase, what ended up happening is that was 2 years ago, I guess. And then about 6 months ago, what happened is that he was following one of these test drive vehicles from Tesla. The bottom line is that Musk went after him legally.
Okay.
They were charged with a whole bunch of crimes.
And I was just trying to find the information right in the article while you were going over it. So 33, born in India, grew up in Fremont, not far from the factory. Reader, devout Sikh. He was obsessed with philosophy, trouble focusing, failed out. UCal Berkeley, graduated philosophy. So the following year, Tesla went public. Excuse me. Became an irresistible story for him. And let's see. So 2013 Model S Motor Trend Car of the Year, so he starts to get interested in it. I'm trying to get to where, just because it's such a long article that you were talking about. So let's see. Created a Seeking Alpha account in 2016.
There it is.
Okay,
There's
right here?
The photo in the tents up above. Apparent knowledge of.
Okay, Tesla's new modesty assembly line in the tent. I thought he might be a contractor supplier based on the apparent knowledge of the factory in the photos. There's a lot going on to bring everybody with us, yeah.
So the cut to the chase now, this is where this gets interesting on this article, is that after Musk had gone after him and put charges against him, the bottom line is that a couple of lawyers got together, got a GoFundMe, fought Musk. Musk came back and said, no, okay, take all the charges back. But him in general has not tweeted since then.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah, exactly.
Because he's got some woes in terms of getting restraining orders against him. And I know we don't have the charts up there. We'll get it up there. But Tesla, $103 billion market cap as of this morning. The short percentage, we're not in the, I think it's 18.47%. And like I said,
that's going to be
more power to those 20.
Story that's going to keep coming, folks.
I mean, it's great. 26 million shares. Even from the, $75, it's up from 500 to 575.
Yeah.
It's almost $100. That's another 2.6 billion. That's why it's moving too quick to calculate.
And look at this market moving. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I coming right back. Dow's up 112. S&Ps are up 15.5. Come right back.
Hi folks, Tom O'Brien here. If you'd like to get my daily newsletter, Market Insights, then now is a great time to sign up for a 30-day free trial. Every morning by 9:30, I send out my morning letter to subscribers with market commentary on a variety of markets, currencies, and commodities to keep investors up to date on the day's trading action. Included in Market Insights are specific buy and sell recommendations for stocks, ETFs, and even options, with stops and price targets included for every trade in my newsletter. If you'd like to try my newsletter risk-free for 30 days, then head over to the front page of TFNN and you'll find Market Insights under Trading Newsletters. I use my years of trading experience to bisect and dissect the market every morning and give my subscribers the most important information they need to know for the day ahead. I even issue afternoon updates for my subscribers whenever warranted with important market action. I'm always scouring the market for the next great trading opportunity. Sign up for your 30-day free trial to my daily newsletter, Market Insights, today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Wow! Go get them, folks.
If you're a trader in the market looking to find the path that leads to maximizing profits while decreasing risk, then now is a great time to try out Dave White's daily trading service, The Path of Least Resistance. Through the use of options and equity trades, Dave advises his subscribers on a daily basis of the current market conditions and what possible trade setups are on the horizon. The Path of Least Resistance is published every trading morning, often with updates intraday when initiating trades or closing out positions. Dave White has advised his clients of some outstanding winning options and equity trades in recent months, and now is a great time to try it out for yourself. New subscribers to the Path of Least Resistance receive a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the types of options and equity trades that are available by signing up for the Path of Least Resistance today by visiting the front page of TFNN.com and selecting the newsletter tab. Sign up today. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now up 113. NASDAQ is up 60. S&Ps are up 15.5. And let's see if we can find this story. You had the CIO, I believe, of Ray Dalio's fund come out and say that the boom and bust cycle is no longer in play.
Okay. Bridgewater, right?
Yes, Bridgewater. Thank you. And that's pretty intense, folks. You know, that's quite a statement, okay? Because
there we go.
In our lifetime, meaning my lifetime, that's how things have always been. So let's see what he has to say here, because, I mean, these are smart guys, too. This is not, you know.
Oh, definitely, man. Some of the brightest, for sure. So the tightening of central banks all around the world, quote unquote, wasn't intended to cause the downturn, wasn't intended to cause what it did. Prince, the co-chief CIO, chief investment officer, Bridgewater, said in an interview on Bloomberg in Davos. But I think lessons were learned from that, and I think it was really a marker that we've probably seen the end of the boom and bust cycle. The boom-bust cycle refers to economic expansion, contraction, repeats itself. However, central bank intervention since the financial crisis and monetary easing has disrupted that cycle and has helped fuel the longest-running bull market in stocks. Tough to argue against, right?
It is.
It really is.
We're cheap, cheap money. I mean,
that has led the hedge fund industry to struggle to match gains of passive fund tracking indexes. So the Westport, Connecticut-based investment firm suffered its first annual loss since 2000 in its most prominent fund, Bridgewater Associates Pure Alpha 2, last year. First annual loss. They lost money last year.
Yeah.
The fund lost 0.5%, only the fourth annual decline since starting in 1991. Well, they must have had some short bets in there.
Oh, they did.
Yeah.
They did. Yeah.
By many of its peers, by comparison, posted some of their best returns. Not hard to post best returns when you could buy the SPY and be up almost 30% on the year.
That's right.
So Prince, who oversees Bridgewater's $160 billion in assets with Ray Dalio and Greg Jensen, said that performance this year is so far good for the firm. He was among at least 119 billionaires in Switzerland this week to join bankers. Earlier this week, Dalio urged investors not to miss out on an opportunity to benefit from strong markets. Cash is trash. I saw that headline as well coming from Dalio himself yesterday. There's still a lot of money in cash, and he wants it in the market. Maybe he's flipped his bet, and he's trying to get people in on with him.
Now, you know, what's so intriguing about it, folks, is that every time that you hear that things are different this time, well, you better have a, you better have a heads up that, listen, that hasn't happened, okay? But what he's saying, I can't picture that you never get another recession. That's for
I
sure.
would agree with that for sure as well.
But the same token, inexpensive money, fueling money, is fueling money.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, so what is going to basically stop that? That's the other side of it.
And there's go ahead.
Well, and last year they had a loss, but that fund, I believe if you go back the last 20 years, is still a top fund. The only one ahead of it is Renaissance.
Okay, I would believe it because it's been incredible.
Right.
I have that Principles book that I haven't read all of it yet, but Dalio, great interviews on 60 Minutes. I've seen a couple of them. The way that they go through, so at Bridgewater, look it up for 60 Minutes. This is 60 Minutes. You see that one where they got cameras in the whole place? So what they do is they record every single meeting.
Yes.
Okay, so everything gets recorded.
Yeah.
And it's so that you're accountable for everything. So that, like, you say something, you better, you can't go back on what you're saying in one meeting to the next meeting, to the next meeting, to the next meeting. They have
back it up.
They have everything you've said, so that you can't be this jumping on the bandwagon later, jumping on this. Everything's recorded. It's a little bit Big Brother. That's what they went in, but it's just that type of detailed analysis. And it's also a culture of differing views and that everybody is welcome and it's a groupthink atmosphere. A lot of
as long as everyone tells the truth.
Yeah, there's been a lot of great studies. You bring people with differing views in, the best view will come out on top because you get all those, you want differing views.
Sure.
That's the best way to find the best view, is to hear all the alternatives, size them up to each other. But yeah, they've been staggering, but not last year, man. Last year surprised a lot of people, to be fair.
Oh, there's no doubt.
Yeah.
And let's say we got to go with the
What's going on with natural gas?
One of the Tigers in the Den, what he was just talking about. There's no doubt.
Say goodbye to $2.
It did. It broke $2 with conviction, folks.
Oof.
Okay, this is quite a chart when you take a look at this. You know, look at this thing. I mean,
Boy,
5 days it goes from 225 to 189.
My goodness.
Actually, 183. Look at that.
Yeah,
So
yesterday
now,
was quite a day, man.
NG1. So let's bring this up because
We'll get inventories at 10:30 tomorrow for natural gas, I believe. Oil we didn't get today because of the Monday holiday. We get oil at 11 a.m., so we'll get both of them kind of towards the end of this hour tomorrow.
They bring this back, and I'm going to bring this back 15 years because you have to bring it back that far. That's what it comes down to figure out where this thing is at. Okay, so that number there, well, there we go. 161 is the next number. I mean, incredible.
Yeah.
You broke the $2, you know, 161 it hit in 2016. Now watch this. I'll bring it back 50 years. I know it's been less than that, but 50 years ago, man.
Bloomberg's thinking.
What's a dollar worth 50 years ago,
Yes,
right?
very
Give me a
good point
break,
on that, too.
right? You know,
Yeah.
that is absolutely insane. Look at, oh my God. So 162 it traded in 1999. 106 in 1991. I mean, it's going down the bottom.
Oh, yeah. And the one thing that I would, keep track of, talk about lower highs and lower lows, right? The low in 2009, 240. And the low in 2012, 190.
Yeah.
The low, 160.
Oof. So we can go lower.
And look at, the high,
Yeah.
the high, lower highs, lower lows. The trend would say that we're going below 160, man.
Is down.
Below 160.
Below 160.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
when you're moving 20 cents a day and you're at $1.90, we might get there tomorrow on the inventory number, man.
listen, there's no doubt, man.
Yeah.
And you can see if we go over to the oil market, I mean, hey, listen, man, just energy in general.
Now, oil having to do with the coronavirus a little bit in terms of slowdown, I think, in GDP across, China, whether it's,
Look at this. This might be an ABC down. Let me see this thing. Yeah, you're going to have an ABC down. They'll do more than 426,000 contracts today.
Heck of an opportunity for those oil traders out there that sold on the heightened fears in Iran, right?
Seriously.
Yeah.
So it's approximately $8. Well, there you go. If it's $8, it's a 51 again on oil. So 51 is the bottom of this consolidation. We've been in this consolidation a long time.
Yeah.
CL1, when you see this consolidation, oil loves to do this too, man. They have big consolidations that they can stay in, it seems like, for years. And the price spread is so big, man. This one here, I guess we've been in here since, well, not that long, November of 2018.
Yeah. 14, 15 months.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to call it, right?
The bottom's 50.
But boy, oh boy, we've had some swings, man, because really,
Exactly.
I was just going to say, I almost want to call it really since about a year, because this swing was just mammoth, man. We go from 77 down to 42.
Exactly.
So to start the consolidation in the middle of there, it's a little tough. But really, since about February, we're trading at 51, and you've been bouncing from 51 up to 66. But boy, oh boy, that's from 50 to 65. That's 30%. That's quite a trading range in the price of crude.
Seriously. Stay right there, folks. We're going to be coming back. We're going to have man, Mr. Teddy Cakestack. We are going to be talking currencies. We have the Dow Industrials up 107, NASDAQ up 63, S&P's up 16. We'll come right back.
If you're in the CD market and looking for a secure investment, the Tiger First Mortgage Program may work for you. The security for these first mortgages are building lots in the Tax Opportunity Zone in St. Petersburg, Florida. The Tax Act of 2018 set up tax-free zones across the country where you can build and hold for 10 years and pay no tax on the profits, which makes these lots valuable. The investment is anywhere from $30,000 to $75,000. The interest paid is 7% yearly, paid on a monthly basis. According to Bankrate.com, the best rate for a 4-year CD in the country as of February 20th is 3.1%. A $50,000 investment at a normal 4-year CD rate of 3.1% would give you income of $1,550 per year or $6,200 over the 4-year period. That same $50,000 investment in the Tiger First Mortgage Program would give you $3,500 per year or $14,000 over the 4 years. Which would you prefer, $6,200 or $14,000 of interest on your investment? If you would like more information about the Tiger First Mortgage Program, you can call me at 877-518-9190. That's 877-518-9190.
If you haven't checked out the newsletters page of TFNN.com, what are you waiting for? All of the TFNN newsletters are informative, up-to-date, affordable, and a must-have for every trader looking to gain a competitive informational edge in today's markets. TFNN newsletters cover every aspect of the markets to offer you the very latest in market news. Plus, new subscribers get to test drive our newsletters risk-free for 30 days. From all aspects of the markets, including stocks, bonds, metals, commodities, and tech, there's a newsletter to fit your needs exclusively from TFNN. Stay informed each day you trade and get that competitive edge that will help you stay ahead of the game. Visit our newsletters page by going to TFNN.com and click the newsletters button near the top of the page. TFNN.com, educating investors.
Biotech is booming, but for how long? Whether you think the biotech bull has room to run or has run its course, trade LABU or LABD. Direction's daily S&P Biotech 3 times bull and bear ETFs. Visit directioninvestments.com/biotech today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
Welcome back, folks. We have the Dow Industrials up 111, Nasdaq up 66, S&P's up 17. Let's go over to our man, Mr. Teddy Kagstad, as we do each and every Wednesday at 40 past the hour. You can reach Teddy every trading day, folks, at forex-trading-unlocked.com. That website is forex-trading-unlocked.com. Teddy Kagstad, what's going on, brother?
Oh, it's a good day to talk about the currencies. They were kind of quiet right before we came on the air with you here, and now all of a sudden we got some breakouts, like in the U.S. dollar, Canada, it just exploded to the upside.
Oh, yeah, that's a beautiful thing. Let's take a look at that, baby. So what do you think's happening there?
You know what? I think it's been consolidating for the past 2 weeks. I think they finally got a little breakout, you know.
Okay.
This was building up. You know, you can only go sideways for so long. I mean, it's been, yeah, good, I think 9-10 sessions of pretty much staying within a 50-cent range. So, and now we made a higher move high.
Look
but
at
I think
that
it's because
move,
we have
huh?
a little bit of mixed dollar news, you know, today now that the coronavirus seems to be stabilizing.
Okay.
So I think you're seeing dollar strength in a lot of your minor crosses right now.
Boy, oh boy, I can't see it on the chart. Can you tell me where that bar moved? No, I joke. We got it up, Teddy.
We got it up,
quite
Teddy.
a move.
That is a monster move,
Seriously.
huh? So,
Right.
you know, in the foreign currency market, a move like that, is that, I know we're going to speculate on that, is that basically a large player coming in, all of a sudden saying, okay, in this case, they're going to sell the Canadian dollars? What makes something like move that quick? I mean, is it just a crowd coming in simultaneously selling?
You know what? I think it is. I think it's some sort of fundamental where there's some sort of rotation going on. I mean, we have the Davos, you know, thing that started this week.
Yes.
There's really nothing fundamentally or technically going on to drive the Canada out of this little range that it's been in. It was just tightening and winding. You know?
Right. Pretty amazing.
I think its stops got hit, and all of a sudden there was just a volume there, and that
That's
kind of
it.
pressed it.
And if you're looking at our chart at TFNN, folks, this is counterintuitive when you're looking at the currencies, okay? So as this goes higher, that's a weaker Canadian dollar versus the U.S. dollar, and that's what we're talking about here. So it's pretty wild when, you know, you look at these charts, right? That in the currency market, Teddy, do you know what I mean? Because we trading the equities or futures. a lot of these get counterintuitive that you're going higher, but you're really going lower.
Sure, right.
Right,
You know.
exactly.
Yeah.
And I think this is right now still a corrective phase, so I think it might be a blow-off rally. Because
Okay.
if you look at like the pound today, all of a sudden, now that market's been going sideways. We have the Brexit deadline next Friday, or next week on the 31st. So with that coming in, you would think it would be going sideways, and now finally today that had a nice little surge to the upside.
Yeah. Right.
So, and I think the one you really got to look at for traders right now is that I think this Canadian is going to, now that it finally broke out of this range,
Yes.
you're going to start to have some swing trades develop, you know,
Okay.
which is kind of nice.
Okay. And the euro, man, is just laying there, isn't it? I mean, that thing hasn't
Well-
done a thing. Well, actually, it's down. It's at the lower end of its
A little bit,
consolidation
yeah.
today. Yeah.
It's the Italian woes, you know, because think about this. Today you have the pound that's very strong. You have kind of a mix. The dollar's index is stronger today slightly, but you have the pound that's rallying very nicely.
Yeah.
So it's really, that's being all offset. The euro itself is only, I think, down 8 pips on the day, something like that, which is
Yes.
very nominal, you know. So, but I think that the new woes with the Italian government and with things that are going on there, that's going to start to weigh on the euro-US dollar trade.
Well, that makes sense. We haven't heard of the Italians not paying their bills for like 20 years. So this used to be a big thing, Tom, that the Italian, it was always the end of the world. First the Italians were going to go down, then this, if I've learned anything over the course of years, like none of these countries go down.
Sure.
Do you know what I mean? But that's in the news today, right? I mean, that's what we
Right.
get.
And it seems to be always in front of springtime when this starts with Italy or Greece. It's always right after the first of the year, right before springtime.
Yeah, isn't it? It's wild, man. I mean, if Greece didn't, if I learned anything, if Greece didn't go down, that was supposed to be the end of the world. What was that, 9 years ago? I mean, that was supposed to be
Right.
like everyone was broke.
Yeah.
They were crucifying the Greek people for having a good time in their villages. And then it's like, okay,
Right.
man, you know, that's over. You know,
They're going to like you. They're going to have to get you on Greek TV, man.
Well, I love the Greeks.
You must, I know.
I did it.
Crucifying it for
Listen,
having
when
a
I
good
was a
time.
kid, I'm not kidding.
They got quite a debt load over there for their
I'm
GDP.
I'm not
so.
kidding. When I learned how to move in the streets of Boston, man, it was Greeks that took care of me, man. They showed me how to sell food.
You know,
man.
it's funny you mentioned the debt load because I was listening to a little bit of the Davos thing. They had the new head of Deutsche Bank, and he was talking about, you know, how with the negative interest rates in Europe, especially, and with the corporate bond yields, this is eventually going to be an appetite for destruction one day when it starts to turn. You know, I mean, the reality is he was putting it out really point blankly. He's like, the public is lending out $100 to get maybe $98 back in the future at best. And that's where it's at right now.
Well, you were talking about this morning, right?
Yeah. Jamie
Right.
Dimon was out there in an article saying, you know, the one thing I fear is negative interest rates because basically, to surmise it, he says, that's not the way things work, man.
Right.
He's like, I will never lend money to get less money back.
Right.
And
Right.
it's just that simple, really.
It really
Right.
is.
It really
I mean,
is.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Well, you know what? Traders have been talking about this literally for now 20 plus years. We've been saying as rates got lower, especially as when the Treasury bonds got above par value. I kept telling people, I'm like, how is it that all these economists are such genius trying to sell the public something that's worth less when it comes due?
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
And they
you know?
sold it. That's the thing. It's
Yeah,
amazing.
and they sold it.
And they sold
Right.
it.
The only
He
reason
sold
they
it.
teach you in school, like I said this morning on the show, the only reason you're supposed to save is so you can consume more later.
Right.
You know, you either consume or you save because you can have more later to consume.
Right.
You don't save so you can consume less in the future. Because otherwise
Right.
you should be consuming now. You know, it's
Right.
save or
Right.
consume.
Right.
The fundamentals, you know, economics. Whew. Talk
Amazing.
about blowing
Right.
that up, yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
You got to get to the yen, man. What's going to happen here? We've been laying
the
here.
yen, I think it's right now it's floating under these new highs, and I think it's basing. It's just going to be no matter what the dollar index does. I'm a bull with the U.S. dollar yen right now. I think it's going up to about at 112 half, 113, definitely over the next month and a half.
Yeah,
for sure.
you can see it, man. It does not want to get back underneath this 109.71. It's so close, but I saw it struggling yesterday, and that number, folks, that's kind of like a benchmark because it broke out of that area, and as Teddy's saying, 112's the move, man. I mean, that's what's up
But
there.
I have a tiger trade for you. Remember last Friday when I filled in for you, Tom? One of your people
Thank
wanted
you.
me to look at the peso, so I looked at
Okay.
the peso, and I've been watching the U.S. dollar versus the Mexican peso, and I'll tell you what. That thing, he was asking about, is it ready to buy?
Did Carlos call you?
Yeah, you know what? I'm not sure who the caller was.
Carlos.
because
That'd be
that's what I
awesome.
was
No,
thinking,
we have a lot of guys down at the border coming. That's awesome, man. Okay, cool.
So, but yeah, I'm very bearish the U.S. dollar peso. Like, it's kind of funny. I was in Mexico literally almost 3 years ago, like to the date, and that was when the peso was around 21 pesos to the dollar.
Yeah.
And now I'm looking at it, it's, you know, right around, it's, what is it, 1867?
It's strong.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it looks like it's going to start tanking in a big way. Like, if you know anyone going to Mexico over the next like year or two, I think it's going to get more and more costly for sure. I think the peso has a good chance of getting down to 16 pesos to the dollar.
That's so cool to know, man. I mean, I like it.
The monthly does not look good at all. It looks like it's just ready to just fall over.
That's so cool, man. So you're going, and when Teddy says that, that means a stronger peso, folks. That's the bottom line.
Right.
16, you're looking for that to break that whole consolidation. Man, if it breaks that consolidation, oh yeah, I can see 15.58. You break the consolidation.
And to bring it along, right? $1 used to get you 21 pesos, which is great.
Yeah.
Now $1 gets you only 18. $1 might get you 16. You can see how more costly if you
And that's if you get a good conversion.
That's good.
right.
Carlos made a lot of money. He was buying that real estate at 21 or 22.
There we go.
Yeah, totally. Teddy, thank you so much, man. You have a great one, safe one, stay warm. We look forward to speaking to you next Wednesday. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Teddy.
Take care.
Stay right
Have a
there,
good
folks.
one.
Tommy and I come right back.
I'm certain you are or strive to be one of the best at everything you do in life. It's the most common trait that we tigers and tigresses share. If you're looking to become the best of the best when it comes to managing your money, let me teach you to do what most wealth managers tell you can't be done, which is how to time the markets. I'm Steve Rhodes, author of Mastering Probability, and for the last 12 months, Timer Digest has been tracking my newsletter signals, which have earned me the ranking as their #1 market timer in the nation for the S&P 500 for the last 12, 6, and 3 months. Timer Digest also ranks me as the #1 market timer for gold as well. The fact is, markets can be timed, and I'll teach you the exact set of tools that I use that has transformed me into one of the best at what I do. Sign up for Mastering Probability today by clicking on the newsletter tab on the homepage at TFNN.com and get immediate access to workshops where I take you step by step how to use an extraordinary set of tools as well as provide great market calls too. Sign up today.
The gold market has taken off topside in a large way in 2020. If you want to take advantage of this sector, now is the time to subscribe to my Gold Report. The Gold Report took profits in 4 of its equities in the gold portfolio in the first week of January for a combined profit of 99.2%, with 2 positions left in the portfolio that have a profit of 67.5% as of January 7th. The Gold Report is a comprehensive look at the metals sector as well as the markets that move gold, which is the currency and bond markets. New subscribers get a 30-day money-back guarantee, so you have nothing to lose. Every Monday morning, I publish the Gold Report with coverage of gold, silver, bonds, the XAU, HUI, GDX, as well as more than 30 different mining equities. To see for yourself the types of profitable trades that are recommended within the Gold Report, sign up now by visiting TFNN.com. Don't miss out on the next great gold trade. Sign up today.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Now, as you come over to our website at TFNN, our man, Mr. Larry Pesavento, folks, he is going to be doing a 90-minute webinar. This is going to be on January 29th, 4 to 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, and the 29th. What day is that on?
Week from today, man.
A week from today.
You got it. Wednesday night, this coming Wednesday, so 7 days from right now. Today's the 22nd. Pretty remarkable. We're chugging through January already, man.
Seriously.
4 till 5:30, so right after your program. Larry puts out really comprehensive report over the weekends, man. I'm talking about maybe 30 charts, a few videos, a full write-up of the markets. He sends out videos. I think he sent out 2 videos yesterday, a video this morning. Just a great service. Call it 24/7 because he's putting out some information for subscribers. So charts, videos, reports all throughout the week. And so I encourage you to sign up no matter what. That's the real crux of things, right? You're getting his great service. But 90-minute webinar a week from today, and he's got a lot of stuff he's going to be talking about over those 90 days, man. The hidden in plain sight trend change pattern that gives you early entry into the trend, how to find and update the key harmonic numbers to trade against in futures, forex, and stocks, how to translate 3 go-to patterns into supply and demand and how to use them for entry, the continued importance of the opening price in 2020, how to use Fibonacci numbers to indicate a continuation move, and how to use the time of day when taking a position for entry into longer trends. So check that out, whether it's a 30-day, 6-month, or a year, 30-day money-back guarantee for new subscribers. That'll be a week from today, man. Check it out.
And what's cool, what Larry does, folks, okay, if you're not familiar with him, okay, he's a Fibonacci and a pattern recognition expert. So it's so cool because he takes those things, he's still going to stay with the pattern, with the Fibonacci, and he adds those things in there. So it's a solid system.
And to sign up, you gain access for a week. You got 3 weeks after the workshop. You gain access to all the archives immediately. You can get in there and have all that
It's a beautiful thing.
Totally.
Stay right there, folks. Think or Swim coming up next. Dave White,
Steve
Rhodes. I'll be back.
There
Thanks,
we go.
pal.
Thanks, man.
Look at him, folks.